We're here at the Pearson AGM representing teachers from right around the world. Today, teachers in Australia, New Zealand, Sweden, Germany, the UK, the US are all protesting against Pearson's continued support for Bridge International Academies.
We're asking Pearson's to disinvest from Bridge International Academies. We need every child, boys and girls, to have access to free primary and secondary education. It's one of the Sustainable Development Goals. Pearson claim they've signed up to it, but what they're doing is investing in companies that are taking a profit from the poorest people in the world, often charging them 40% of their daily income.
We say education is a human and civil right and a public good. And if those things are true, and of course they are, it cannot be a for-profit activity. And it must be freely available to all young people, girls and boys.
If you look at some of their operations in Liberia, they're working with government to privatise the entire primary school education sector.
The really shocking thing is not just what Bridge schools are doing, but the fact that this government here in the UK is using aid money and aid resources to help them set up these private schools. They've been a disaster in countries like Kenya and Uganda. The authorities are now trying to close down some of these schools because they haven't provided adequate education or decent standards for the teachers or the kids that go to those schools.
There are proposals for the Durham Independent Grammar School, which is being touted as a low-cost private school in competition with some of the very good state schools that we already have in Durham. The model is based around employing unqualified staff, teaching from a standard script basically, and using technology to get around having to employ qualified teachers. With colleagues from the Durham NUT section of the NEU, we've been trying to campaign against it, and we feel that there is no desire for this type of school in Durham, but we obviously want to make sure that this is a model that can't be brought into this country.
I have one share in Pearson, and we have that share so that we can go in to the AGM and we can address the chief executive and we can address the other shareholders, and we can raise with them that this investment strategy is not good for our world, it's not good for children in the global south. We don't think it's even very good for this company because it is really dirtying the reputation of a company which previously had a good reputation for producing good quality textbooks.
The American Federation of Teachers is here today to say we need to get on the right side of education. Pearson needs to do the right thing for kids, the right thing for schools, and not support the profiteers and turn education into a commodity.